Hey, look! There it is!
Just stay put.
I'm not going anywhere.
I ain't making that jump.
You made it! Alright.
All right. Get on.
Okay. Okay, there. I'm on it. Be careful.
I got you. Damn ladder broke off the wall.
Now what?
I'll figure something out.
Oh boy.
Just let me go ahead, and you follow my lead.
Okay, right behind you.
Okay, come on, jump.
You're gonna catch me?
I got you. See? You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
Whoa! Ellie, move!
Joel! Here!
Hands in the air!
She's not breathing.
Hands in the fucking air!
Come on.
Welcome to the Fireflies. Sorry about that. They didn't know who you were.
And Ellie?
She's all right. They brought her back. You came all this way. How'd you do it?
It was her. She fought like hell to get here. Maybe it was meant to be.
I lost most of my crew crossing the country. I pretty much lost everything. And then you show up, and somehow we find you just in time to save her. Maybe it was meant to be.
Take me to her.
You don't have to worry about her anymore. We'll take care
I
of her.
worry. Just let me see her, please.
You can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
The hell do you mean, surgery?
The doctors tell me the cordyceps, the growth inside her, has somehow mutated. It's why she's immune. Once they remove it, they'll be able to reverse engineer a vaccine. A vaccine.
But it grows all over the brain.
It does.
Find someone else.
There is no one else.
Listen, you were gonna show me where...
Stop. I get it. But whatever it is you think you're going through right now is nothing to what I have been through. I knew her since she was born. I promised her mother I would look after her.
Then why are you letting this happen?
Because this isn't about me, or even her. There is no other choice here.
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that bullshit.
March him out of here. He tries anything, shoot him. Don't waste this gift, Joel.
Get up. I said get up. Come on. Move. I said move. Give me an excuse.
Which way?
What the fuck you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking.
Where's the operating room? I ain't got time for this.
Where?
Top floor, the far end.
What? We got a man down. The smugglers escaped.
Locate the target. Search the other floor.
I got visuals on the smuggler, over.
Cover me. I'm moving up.
Cover me. I'm moving up.
Got him!
I couldn't do anything there. Come on, game. You gotta give me a chance at least.
There you are. What the hell? Son of a bitch!
How can he see me from behind him? Okay, you just saw me.
Smuggler, he's in here!
Greetings.
He's over here!
Trying to see if there's any extra ammo from these guys. Oh boy, actual people are watching. Is there no more people? I swear there's more. I have to go upstairs. Hold on, let me check what you said. Oh no, Miguel's here.
28. Marlene was right. The girl's infection is like nothing I've ever seen. The cause of her immunity is uncertain. As we've seen in all past cases, the antigenic titers of the patient's cordyceps remain high in both the serum and the cerebrospinal fluid. Blood cultures taken from the patient rapidly grow cordyceps and fungal media in the lab. However, white blood cell lines, including percentages and absolute counts, are completely normal. There is no elevation of pro-inflammatory cytokines, and an MRI of the brain shows no evidence of fungal growth in the limbic regions, which would normally accompany the prodrome of aggression in infected patients. We must find a way to replicate this state under laboratory conditions. We're about to hit a milestone in human history equal to the discovery of penicillin. After years of wandering in circles, we're about to come home, make a difference, and bring the human race back into control of its own destiny. All of our sacrifices and the hundreds of men and women who've bled for this cause, or worse, will not be in vain.
Crap, I need a blade. What's in there anyways? Anything important? Oh, there's a lot of stuff in there. There's even blades in there, so... there has to be blades in a laboratory, come on. If her hands won't stop shaking, then it'll be easy to kill her when she tries to kill me. Blades anywhere. I want to get into that room. Please and thank you. You kidding me? All this. Just give me materials to make a goddamn shiv, please.
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, they're coming.
We're coming, Ellie.
Are you kidding me? That doesn't... I threw a goddamn bottle at his head. Holy hell. Oh crap. Here, let's start from here. Okay, that didn't hit. Hold on. I'm not wasting my ammo like that. I don't know. Come on up. He's not dead. Frick. Give me AR ammo. I wish I had an AR like at the beginning of the goddamn game. Holy hell. So good. Can I still not find a blade? Oh, is there somebody alive? Hey buddy, you're gonna get a mouthful of lead. Just get closer, come on. Come on, get a little closer. No? Come here, buddy. Heyo.
Son of a bitch! Fuck me!
That's fun. I've only used this like a couple times. It's so fun. Oh, guess I have no. It's extremely short range, but like, oh my god, I have nothing. I don't want to go through the door yet. I want to get that. What's behind that door, but there's no materials here, man. What do you want me to do? Who's watching? Need a blade. Just a single blade. There's a blade inside that room. Only if the game was nice enough to actually give me a goddamn blade in a laboratory. This is an entire hospital. There has to be some kind of blade. Alcohol. Everything except... Oh, yes. I want to see what that artifact was about.
That's 4 pallets of lab equipment all packed up and ready.
It's 5:30 p.m. on April 28th. I just finished speaking with, more like yelling at our head surgeon. Apparently there's no way to extricate the parasite without eliminating the host. Fancy way of saying you gotta kill the fucking kid. And now they're asking for my go-ahead. The tests just keep getting harder and harder, don't they? I'm so tired. I'm exhausted. And I just want this to end. So be it.
Damn. Alright, where's that one? There's the room. Here. Let's make a shiv. Are you kidding me? That's not enough? Just give me... Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff in there that I want though. I have max binding materials. Can't get a goddamn shiv. Oh, it's posted to the wall. Thought I could just knock it down. Come on. Anything. Hold on, let me double check these rooms. There's a brick. On. Okay. Check here. Nothing. Let's check here. Nothing. Oh boy. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. I need a full thing. So I need 2 more blades. There's not enough in here. There's not enough of that. Can't get that. You know what? Screw it. I'm done. I can still hear him sizzling. Where is he? Ah, yes. Crisp. Just how I like him. Gotta cook your meat well somehow. sizzle. See, I knew he was gonna close the door if I went through there.
That should buy me some time.
Sometime.
Hey, Anna. It's been a while since we spoke. I just gave the okay to proceed with the surgery. I really doubt I had much of a choice. Asking me was more of a formality. I need you to know that I've kept my promise all these years. Despite everything that I was in charge of, I looked after her. I would have done anything for her, and at times... Here's a chance to save us. All of us. This is what we were after. What you were after. They asked me to kill the smuggler. I'm not about to kill the one man in this facility that might understand the weight of this choice. Maybe he can forgive me. Oh, I miss you, Anna. Your daughter will be with you soon.
Oh my god, I'm such a I don't even know anymore. Just gotta go on with the game. See if there's anything over here. Looks like nothing. Alright, surgery room.
Sweet Jesus.
Doctor?
What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her. This is our future. Think of all the lives we'll save. Don't come any closer. I mean it.
Fucking animal!
Carrie, shut the hell up.
Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you. Oh, shit.
He's carrying her toward pediatrics.
Shit.
Over here.
I'm getting you out of here, girl. I got you. I got you. Come on. Tell me which way. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay.
I said get back! Stop!
You can't save her. Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want. And you know it. Look here. She won't feel anything.
Oh, yeah, she's dead. We just shot her just right there.
What the hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
What happened?
We found the fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done them a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm taking us home. I'm sorry.
Wait! Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
What the hell? Is this the end? It's been 12 hours of me playing this so far.
Well, looks like we're walking.
On.
Should be a straight shot through here.
Wait, I'm playing as her now?
It's actually kind of pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now watch your head going through.
Here. I got it.
Oh. Feeling my age now. Don't think I ever told you, but Sarah and I used to take hikes like this. I think the two of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked her. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
Oh. Down there. Just a little bit further now.
She's really not feeling well.
There, I got you. All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston, back when I was bitten, I wasn't alone. My best friend was there. And she got bit too. We didn't know what to do. So, she says, let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you... No matter what, you keep finding something to fight for.
Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything that you've said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
She's gonna find out sooner or later.
Okay.
She's gonna find out. Are you kidding me? Oh, you're such a... I don't understand. I have mixed feelings. I don't even know what to think right now. I don't know if I should feel like he's a bad person or he's a good one. I don't even know. Be back in an hour. This game. Really surprised I didn't play this sooner. Doggo. Wow. This game was awesome. DLC. Ah, I knew I smelled lasagna down the road.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm dead. Or I will be soon. Got me some time to reflect. Been years that felt like we were... Fucking thing was a giant waste.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
Get up. We're leaving.
And if I say no?
Do you even realize what your life means? Huh? Running off like that, putting yourself at risk? It's pretty goddamn stupid.
Well, I guess we're both disappointed with each other then.
What do you want from me?
Admit that you wanted to get rid of me the whole time.
Tommy knows this area
Oh,
better
fuck
than...
that.
Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam? I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
Not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what...
everyone I have cared for has either died or left me.
Hi, I'm Neil Druckmann, creative director.
And I'm Troy Baker. I play Joel.
And I'm Ashley Johnson, and I play Ellie.
So, first cinematic here. You'll see as we get to the end, I mean, this opening image, we wanted to match what we did at the end with image of Ellie.
Tommy, listen to me. He is the contract...
I think it's such an interesting thing to start off with, not only in the past, but also to start off basically.
Yeah, that's one of the things we were discussing as we're iterating on this opening sequence, because it used to be, it was all seen through Joel's eyes. But then it became a lot more interesting to think of it as you're seeing it through Sarah's eyes, because Sarah is really kind of, the whole game is about this relationship between Joel and Ellie, but here Sarah is kind of embodies what their relationship is going to eventually become.
And that was probably one of the hardest roles to cast too, with Sarah.
Yeah.
There were a lot of people that came in, and I love that this scene was, that was one of the audition scenes. And it was so amazing when Hannah came in that it just, I mean, what you're seeing right now, that was the chemistry, and she was amazing. It's like, kind of like a younger Dakota Fanning. Just, there's an old soul behind those eyes.
Yeah, and she could turn it on and off between each take.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, she was crazy. She's amazing.
It's always a little awkward, right? You have a 12-year-old someone on the set, and you're doing this pretty dark stuff.
Especially with the way that we work, too.
All right, let's hold off on some of the jokes today, guys.
Good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
And this piece of music, actually, we were struggling to find which piece to play here. And then Gustavo wrote this thing for the VGAs just to play before we showed the trailer. And right away I heard it, I was like, that's got to go in the opening. This is the theme kind of like the relationship between Joel and his daughter that later becomes the theme between Joel and Ellie.
Hallican Drops.
Hallican Drops.
The name of the band on her T-shirt. And where did you get that?
My daughter came up with that. My 2.5-year-old daughter named one of her dolls that. And we're searching for a name for a band. I'm like, I got a name for a band.
So this is going to be the first time that I've ever seen this scene. This was one specifically that I really didn't want to once we did it. And when we first talked about doing this, in the very, very beginning, I knew this scene was going to come. And I told you, I was like, give me a heads up when this day comes, because it's not going to be a good one.
Well, the thing with this scene, it's a super difficult scene to shoot. The first time we shot it, we did like at least 15 takes or something crazy like that. And then we thought we had it in the can. And
well, I thought.
Well, no, we all thought. We thought we came back to work and we started putting it in. And for me, there was just something that was, I felt like we could convey the same amount of emotion with less.
Yeah.
And it was a hard thing to tell Troy because everybody put so much into it, and it's like, we got to do it again.
Well, I remember that
we got to
day
come back to this.
When you came back and you told me that we have to do this again, obviously, you'll see why what we're talking about. But this is the defining moment for Joel. This is where he draws that line in the sand, where he has few moral lines left to cross. I'm so amazed with how well Hannah did, and
yeah, I mean, it was difficult to watch just on the mocap stage, and we actually had people after a few takes leave the set. They were like, I can't watch this anymore, and they just took off. But from a story standpoint, it's so important to show just what the violence does and how it like rips apart this family.
Well, then especially a lot of times in video games, you see blatant violence, but when you personify it and you put it on a face, especially that young face, and you see the devastation that just one life lost can do, and it's just, I mean, this was such a hard day, hard day for both of us. I mean, it was exhausting for her, it was exhausting for me.
So the opening credits, the thing with the opening, initially we didn't want to do opening credits, didn't even have the idea for this, but the jump felt too sudden to go from Sarah dying to then 20 years later.
And making up.
We found that when people watch it in succession, they're not paying attention when we start introducing Tess in the world because they're still recovering from Sarah dying. So we're like, okay, well, let's have this opening sequence that can kind of help bridge the gap. And just had the idea of just seeing this time-lapse video of fungus growing, because so much of the disease and the outbreak is based on this cordyceps fungus that's spread through spores. So we contacted a group at Sony San Diego who did this whole opening sequence for us, and they actually got these fungal kits where they grew fungus like in their bathrooms and filmed this over like days to produce this thing.
So everything you're seeing is actually, it's real, it's not CG, it's all organic.
Yeah, except for the spores at the end, which are CG, everything is real. This whole journey is like a dreamlike state, and you constantly see people waking up. And you see this multiple time with Joel, and it's as if he's like remembering the past, he's always having these bad dreams throughout the game.
That was always something that we had to keep in mind when we did this scene, because we shot this before we shot Sarah dying scene, so it's kind of like we knew that those were going to be in one way or another kind of butted up against each other. This is such a great thing. Again, this was in the audition thing that we did when we were trying to find Tess. And when Annie walked in, it was just like, she walked in as Tess. We saw a lot of different people for that. And this was just such a great, because the relationship you see from going from Sarah and Joel to now Joel and Tess, it's just, I don't know, you see everything, like the house that he was in before was nicer. He looked nicer, and it's not just the years have passed, but those years that have passed haven't
This
been
also
kind.
gets into something interesting for me as a writer, which is you have a certain notion of characters or how you want the structure to be, and then once it's interpreted through actors like Troy, it changes. Like I've always imagined as Joel doesn't really care for Tess. He's completely shut down, and Troy treated it differently, which is I think he really cares for Tess, and even though he might not show it, and we just kind of embrace that. And you kind of see that later when Tess gets infected. That wasn't how the scene was originally envisioned, that Joel has such a reaction, but it became a lot more interesting to own that.
Well, and also how much this relationship changed over, I mean, time and different writing iterations and just conversations that we had about this. Even, you know, within just in the last month or so, we've had conversations about this. It's like, what is their relationship? Because we never define it. I think anybody else would have put it on the nose, they're lovers or whatever. There was one note that you gave, it's like, let's, for one specific take, and said, let's just assume that there was a fight last night over what, we don't know. This is that moment afterwards. So it was like this awkward tension between the two of us. But there's no like loving embrace, there's no kiss that Joel and Tess have. It's just such an interesting relationship.
And the challenge was to try to, how much can we convey just through nonverbal interaction?
Right.
Our first torture scene.
And it's with the lovely Robin Atkin Downs, which I was just joking and saying that it's not a Naughty Dog game if Robin isn't getting the shit kicked out of him.
He's been in every game since Uncharted 1.
We just put him through the ringer on this one. Poor guy.
It was important to show just how far Joel has come, from the father you see in the opening sequence to here is a man that is willing to torture someone to just get
what is
essentially money in this world.
Right, but it's interesting because he's not, he's like that brutal enforcer. It's kind of like that scene in LA Confidential where he's Russell Crowe. She's running the show. She's the dominating one, and I'm just brought in to be the muscle.
She's the brains of the operation.
Yeah, clearly.
Stop! Quit your squirming.
That's all Robin's expressions too. It's so great. They did such a great job with the facial.
Yeah, it's important to note also, all the facial is hand animated. We don't use any facial mocap. We find that we get better results with our animators.
And it almost becomes one-to-one. I mean, it's just genius. Here it is. Wait for it.
Give me a week. You know, I might have done that if you hadn't tried to fucking kill me.
Vote of hesitation. It's gonna cost you.
I can't.
We re-edited that. We used to show the break, and actually it was less brutal than when we didn't show it.
When you didn't show it?
Yeah, when it's left to your imagination, it's a lot worse.
Yeah, but just you can see the way that his arm's positioned. But yeah, you're right. This is so revealing, not only about the relationship, but about, again, who Joel has become. To go from a father who just cares about, you know, keeping his nose down and keeping the job and playing by the rules, to being a guy who could just literally break some guy's arm over guns. It's just crazy.
Come on. Yeah, fuck those fireflies. Just go get them.
She loved doing that scene too. And he loved that. She tried not to smile every time. And I love it's just business as usual. It's back to it. It's like, all right, so now what?
And we're about to meet very talented Merle Dandridge.
Ah, Merle. Now, here's something interesting about this. Again, going back to the audition, that process. We saw a bunch of different girls, even girls that we had originally seen for Tess, we brought back to see.
And they're all really
Marlene.
good.
They're fantastic.
And then Merle came in and just,
and
there was no question.
And I wasn't there for that. And
Ashley can chime in on
Or
it.
no.
Ashley was part of the audition for Merle.
When she came in, it was hands down.
Yeah.
It's like, that's Marlene.
It's funny that all three of us knew like right away that, yeah, she needs to play Marlene.
But you said we ended up setting up a special thing just for her.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you've got to see her. I want you to see her.
Yeah, we had callbacks, and she was busy. She couldn't make it. And we had a special day of callbacks just to bring her in because we felt really confident that she could do it.
'Cause I felt like she was the only one who didn't play it all either super tough.
Or street, yeah.
Yeah, she kind of had
Yeah,
the
she really
perfect
straddled that
combination.
line.
It was so great. But we did that first scene in the audition, literally first take, first scene. and she exits. It's at the very end of the game, and she turns around, she exits, and I turn around, look at Neil. I was like, I just mouthed, "Are you kidding me?" It's like,
and I mouthed, "I told you so."
Yeah, she did such a great job. This is another kind of thing that I think is interesting that's happening in video games, where we see two really strong women characters, female characters that aren't being over-sexualized. They're just strong women.
Here we go. Ellie's introduction.
Yep.
And this stuff is all shot out of sequence. So it's I don't know, maybe you guys should talk about the process of how you get into that state.
I'm trying to remember that. I just really like the fact that the first time you see Ellie, you see her knife first.
Right.
I just think that's
You see that
kind of
she's a
awesome.
fighter.
Yeah. I forgot that was the first time that you saw Ellie. That was the first scene. That just from the get-go, she's fighting.
Yeah, but it's not just she's fighting because she really cares for Marlene. That was kind of the crux of this, is that you see these two characters really care for one another. And I love in such a short time you see between Marlene and Ellie, there's this connection that's so important, because that has to carry through to the end of the game when Marlene shows up again.
Well, even like just the positioning of the two people. I mean, it's Joel and Tess versus Ellie and Marlene.
And just like, it's so interesting watching, right, Joel here doesn't even make eye contact with her. He doesn't even acknowledge her existence.
Right.
She's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think that's the best
Ellie.
idea.
Our first fight.
Here we go.
Bullshit!
I was close with his brother, Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left?
Just reminding the player, like this guy you saw in the beginning, Joel's brother, he's changed too, and he's been involved.
Yeah.
Just get hints of.
There's a falling out between the two of them.
And it's just as you go on, you're starting to fill in that 20-year gap.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking.
Which is pretty true to your writing, too, because I'm like, so what happened here? It's always, what do you think?
What do you think happened there? Because I have no idea.
I don't have the time to write it.
Don't take long. And you, stay close.
For Joel, right, that's a hint. It's like, I don't want to be around this kid.
Right.
Because some subconscious part of him knows I could get hurt here.
Is it?
First moment alone.
What does Joel do?
Time for bed.
Takes a nap.
I'm tired.
What are you doing?
Killing time.
I do really like this scene.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
It's a great moment.
It's another one of those moments too where it's like, it just feels like Joel is just always exhausted. Like this world is just bearing down on him.
But I love that moment too, where she points out the watch, where we get to establish that watch that.
Yeah, and that's something we didn't have in the beginning. That's actually something we inserted after the fact. Not for this scene, but there's another scene where we have that.
But I also love, like you said, the kind of the juxtaposition between Joel and Ellie, to where Joel's just, like you said, weary and exhausted, and you have this total opposite, almost antithetical thing of like this naivete and this childlike behavior that's wanting to explore. And it
here
shows up in this.
she's talking about having bad dreams, like the idea that they're both carrying this baggage with them, and it's how they first connect.
Look how dark it is. Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
Hey. Sorry it took so long. Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
What a great moment. He finally addresses her, finally connects on that level, and that moment's interrupted.
Well, it's also the first time kind of Ellie, if you think about it, opens up to him. She's saying, I'm scared, right? That was the subtext of that question.
That's true.
Go get some guns.
Don't do anything stupid.
Move.
Turn around, on your knees.
It's such an interesting thing that we're like 2 hours into the game, and we're still the enemy, if there is one, are just other humans, it's other people. They're on other sides of the law, but there's no infected, there's no clickers, there's no anything.
Look the other way. We can make this worth your while.
Shut up.
What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
I love the attention to detail, the rain falling off their faces. She's the one that strikes up first.
Then it's interesting how Joel instinctively, when a gun is pointed at Ellie, he acts.
Yeah.
Again, there's something subconscious that he feels like he has to protect this girl, even if he doesn't realize it yet.
Here it is.
Jesus Christ. Marlene set us up?
So this is starting to build up that conflict between Joel and Tess.
Yeah.
And this is something we struggled in the story for a long time, is like, how do we motivate this guy that shouldn't really want to do this mission? How do we get him to take on this mission to carry Ellie across the country? And it was through Tess. So if we get Tess to really buy into this thing, and then Tess gets infected, then she can convince Joel to take this on. At least initially, at least until we can spend long enough time with Ellie so they can connect.
Yeah.
And then it becomes about something else.
Big tips.
Ashley, when we were doing this, the way that you conveyed
Look
fear
in
to
every
a very
single
scary
corner
situation
and
that you're in,
crevice of
because
the
you felt
entire
like your back
game,
was against the
because
wall.
all the materials, there's materials everywhere that you'll need.
Yeah, this is where we really, this is where we kind of
I played it on
show
hard
you
mode my
the
first
difference
time.
between Joel and Tess.
It's not that hard, actually.
Yeah, because you're starting to see Tess really kind of buy into this.
It felt,
you see
it
some
felt
hope.
like hard feels like perfectly how the game should
the
be.
thing I like about your performance here is you really get the sense of the
And
conversation she's had with
compare
Marlene
your
and
emotions,
the
'cause
struggles she's been going through the
it's just
past
a-
3 weeks.
It's just a nice game.
She said that
I'm watching all the cutscenes
they have a
right
remote
now,
quarantine zone.
so it's best that
With
you don't
doctors, they're
watch
still trying to
because
find a
it's
cure.
kind of spoiling.
That's where you see just deep inside how much Tess is desperate for any kind of
I
redemption.
just beat the game, and I'm just looking at
Whatever
the
happened to
commentary
me
of
is the-
Remember, Ashley, we were talking about the scene and
the people here.
the idea that Ellie's not sure she believes in this thing. She feels this whole thing is insane and ridiculous.
I remember that.
I believe the direction I gave you was like, imagine you're giving yourself a compliment.
Yeah. If you as a person in real life found out you were the cure for mankind.
I'm kind of awesome.
Yeah, you
apparently.
wouldn't-
So
And
I am the
especially
Messiah.
in that 3 weeks, you wouldn't, it'd be hard to own that.
Now watch your step as you're going out, because it's going to be a little...
Little brat.
I love the dynamics of this scene where it's like Tess has this secret, right? She's bitten. She's not telling Joel or anybody yet. Joel here for the first, again, he's connected. He can't help it.
Is that everything you hope
It's the first time he's like saying something semi-nice to Ellie.
But there's still this layer of cynicism behind it.
He gets taken away by that childlike wonder. And this is something we added after the fact, the watch. The watch wasn't, we didn't have the watch at the time.
Yeah.
And Joel was just crossing his arms, and I asked the animator to like, oh, could you just flip his wrist and have him look at the watch?
Yeah.
This moment is reminding him of Sarah.
I love that it's almost a warning from Tess to Joel, like kind of like last words.
It's like this determination, and you're not sure why. What's
Yeah.
different now, Tess?
No. No, no, no.
Tess's desperation.
What happens now?
I love and it totally comes across without many words or anything, just through the expressions on Joel's face, which is, I've put up with this long enough.
Right.
This is over. I've indulged you enough, Tess.
This lab of theirs. Oh, she never said. She only mentioned that it was someplace out west.
What are we doing here? This is
Yeah,
not...
that calm, pacifying, trying to talk some sense into you.
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really?
Right.
Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long
I
time.
love the fact that her character, she knows she's going to die any minute, but she's still holding on to so much hope.
Yeah.
That, well, she's different.
Right.
Look at her bite. The world could still change.
And it's kind of this theme that, like, this idea of, I've done all this crappy things, but it's all okay if I could do this one thing right.
Right.
And that kind of moves over to Ellie. And we see that theme later when Ellie, like, talks about It can't be for nothing.
I gotta point this out. Everybody else, because this was a part of the audition scene too, everyone else did that "don't touch me." They screamed it out, and I love the way she did that, where it was like that first "don't touch me." And it's just that realization. And I love the fact that Ellie's the one that figures it out, not Joel.
Oh, Christ.
And again, the back and forth Annie's doing between this freaking badass to such vulnerability and constantly jumping back and forth, and she brought that every take. We're all like, because every take she's like full on crying by the end of it.
She's incredible. You're right. She's such a badass, but she was so vulnerable at the same time. It's just such a
Shows
hard
two
thing to
sides of the
play.
same strength too.
God, I'm such an Annie fan.
You have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's.
I remember you coming out of a take, and Troy's like, look at me, he's like, you don't understand. You're not right there staring into her eyes.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
You want us to just leave you here?
Yes.
There's no way that...
This moment where like Joel's like in denial, is like, there's something I could do. They're not even understanding, like, she's gone. She's already gone. There's nothing he could do right now.
And also, she is just laser-eyed on Joel doing that, even though she's talking to Ellie.
Just go!
Tess has to snap him out of it. It's like, you know that you have to do it.
Ellie.
And I believe this is the first time Joel refers to Ellie by her name. I don't think anywhere else in the game he does that. Beforehand. And again, it was important to stay. We stay with Tess, just showing. Here's her emotions finally coming through when Joel is gone. I like how I don't remember if we talked about this, but Ellie has just this, clearly a problem with authority, where somebody's telling her what to do.
Yeah, for sure. I think that also, I have a problem with authority. So that came out a little bit in Ellie.
Tess, I don't even know what
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up Tess.
Yeah, that's so. Joel knows what he needs to do to survive, which is just let go. Needs to let go fast of these things, or they will kill you.
Don't tell anybody about your condition.
That's great. I love that he refers to that as her
Condition.
You can barely acknowledge. Just
We're
still
trying to search for the term for it. You being the whole cure for humanity thing.
Good.
I love that he says good, but the subtext is clearly like, all right, good enough.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna get out of this kid.
Good chance he could get us a car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on.
Hey, it's Bill.
Lovely Earl Brown.
Whoop, whoop.
I remember you were kind of geeking out when you auditioned with him.
I was. We saw like a lot of people for Bill, and there was a lot of like stars that came in. I was really surprised. Like, but then when he walked in, I was like, holy crap, it's Dan Dougherty from Deadwood.
He's amazing to work with. I've worked with him before a while ago, and I just love working with him.
You actually hit him in the scene in the face.
That's right.
I did.
Right there, and we kept it. And he kept going. What a trooper.
That's one of my favorite things, is when he goes, am I dead?
He was sick that day.
Yeah.
He was like getting over a cold.
I did hit him, and I felt so bad because it was a complete accident. I think I didn't realize my swing was going a lot faster than I thought it was.
Of many people that you hit during the shoot of this round.
Yeah.
Getting
it
into
happens.
character. Well, I also love this business that he's doing here too. That was something that he completely made up. He's like, working on the sword and.
Again, I love this moment. This paternal thing. Like, just shut up, kid. I need to handle this.
He's always a dad.
Actually, Bill, they are. Well, it don't matter because I don't have a car that works. But there is one in this town.
Parts. There are parts in this town.
Meaning that you could fix one up.
It gives in.
And I love just taking that time, take that pause.
All right, it's on the other side of town. Now you help me go gather it, and maybe I can put something together that runs. But after this, I owe you nothing.
That's fine. A couple days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
And it's like opening handcuffs, but again, I see it as this almost tender moment between Joel and Ellie.
Stay right on my ass.
Can't miss it.
Another great Ellie line. Smart ass.
Remember the rehearsal for all these scenes? So we would shoot these things in chunks. So we'd bring like Earl in and Ashley and Troy and just shoot we're gonna shoot the whole Bill sequence. And talking to Bill, and he's about to talk about a partner that he's had. We've talked, there was a question I brought up, is like, what kind of partner is this? And Earl asked, is Bill gay? And I said, well, he could be. I mean, it's really up to you.
Well, no, you gave the standard response of,
what do you think? Because I really want him to own it. I thought he was when I wrote the part, but I really wanted the actor to own it, and he did. I mean, he made that decision to make him a gay character. And again, it's not something we ever explicitly say, except for the magazine that Ellie steals.
Right. But again, instead of making that a point in something, it's just a cute little piece of exposition.
Well, and from a narrative structural standpoint, what Bill is there to show is, here's what happens when you survive on your own in this world. It's like you're alone and miserable and a little bit crazy, and it's what could happen to Joel if he keeps going down this path of just doing whatever he takes to survive. And also, Bill is there to kind of give Joel the warning, is like, you go down this world, you care for people, you will get hurt.
Hey! What'd I say to you when we walked down the steps?
And that's where Ellie has stolen a bunch of Bill's stuff.
I love that flips him off.
God damn it. You keep babysitting long enough and eventually...
I love that line of fixing the stupid pile. Because I feel like that's something a kid would say when you're trying to cover, when you're... It's
right.
nothing specific.
I was just stealing all your stuff.
Fix the pencils over here.
Oh, this is the one where we abused Troy. And I was like, you have to fly face first into the ground. And he's like, but I should roll. No, fly face first into the ground.
Yeah. It was like, well, if I roll this way, then actually, they're like, it looks too ninja. We can't do it. So I literally just had to eat shit time after time again. It's like seeing stars. It was great.
Please tell me you're done.
Yeah, you guys are acting against nothing. There's nothing there.
That's something we always had to remember, was bring the tension back.
Love too that he closes a glass door like that's gonna do much.
Yeah, right.
So that worked out well.
Oh, the thing I love here is that, well, that Bill constantly brings up Tess, not knowing that
Right.
Tess is dead because Joel doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
But here it gets to Joel. And this is something that you guys actually just improvised. That wasn't in the script, this big fight that happens here. It was much more low-key in the script.
Yeah, once he brings up Tess, that was something we kind of keyed in on.
Jesus. What, you know this guy or something?
Frank.
Who the hell's Frank?
He was my partner.
They're both kind of lying to each other. If you think about the previous scene, right? He mentioned this partner, but almost like, I didn't care about him, I let him go, and you realize that's not the truth at all. You
Right.
really cared for this guy, and this guy probably left him.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how clinical he is about this. With that look on his face says everything.
Well, that turn, too, that Earl did with, he realizes Joel's looking at him, and he's being vulnerable right now, and he puts the mask back on.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, seeing that moment from Earl, I was like, yeah, we cast the right guy.
Well, fuck him.
And then that turn right there. Which again is kind of why Bill, what purpose Bill serves in the story, is to show that having those moments of emotion, there's nothing he feels, there's nothing but weakness.
Get out. Get out.
I love it. So
That relationship between the two of you
I
was
love
so
it.
good. That's
Yeah.
what was great about the cast, is constantly having to switch from these really serious, dramatic vulnerabilities to playing tough, right? Because that's what you kind of have to do in this world, is let your humanity come out, but then learn when to shut that off to survive. Also, you're seeing it's very subtle here, but you're starting to see this change in Joel, where he's given Ellie more and more responsibility. He's trusting her. Instead of just saying, stay out of my way, he's like, I need your help.
This is a good point that, you know, in case people weren't aware of the process. I mean, everyone at this stage, we had such great sets, even though it's kind of rudimentary, but they actually built a truck for us, and we used that truck so many times. But I think this was the last scene that we shot with Earl.
Yeah, and rehearsals, I would try to give you guys as much of concept art and videos that we had,
Right.
so you can imagine the space, because you have nothing there to act off of, except each other.
That's right.
You guys have each other.
It's true.
And I love this exchange between Bill and Joel, too, because, you know, it's Joel trying to kind of apologize for an awkward situation and trying to show some sensitivity to him, and Bill just completely glosses over it.
The thing with Joel that I kind of admire, like, he can't come up with the right words. He can never come up with the right words. I was like, it's like a half sentence. He's like, so, yeah.
And Bill kind of finishes that for him, but it's
which really helps my writing. This theme comes in here because to show Joel's now alone with Ellie, but the relationship has changed. This is starting to become that theme we heard in the beginning with Sarah. Now we're getting into the first scene we ever shot, and this is your guys' edition right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the first audition scene when I came in. When I read for you guys, along with another scene that I don't know if it's in the game or it
It's not in
probably
the game.
changed a little
It's
bit.
like the scene with the Walkman.
Yeah, the scene with the Walkman.
There's a scene. There was the scene kind of like it, but it's pretty different.
Back at Bill's. I mean, all this stuff was just lying there.
What else did you get?
Well, and I especially love this because, especially at this point, we had no idea who Bill really was.
That is actually before
How many times did we come back to this scene? Like at
God,
least 3 times.
Yeah, at least 3 times. I love what she says. I was like, hey, you know who this is? And the different versions of songs that we ran through with this, too, is great.
I'm sure your friend will be missing this tonight.
That's the guy on the cover is John Sweeney, one of our concept artists.
That's awesome. Is the centerfold also his penis?
We should have that unlockable. You could see what she's looking at.
Yeah. Get your subscription to Bearskin Magazine today.
And the awkwardness of that moment.
But it's also such a great moment of levity between the two of them.
I don't know, that's kind of a way of her complimenting him or trying to bond with him.
Yeah.
And it's something I was very conscious of when, like, writing this stuff. It was like, this is making me uncomfortable here on the page. I have to leave it as is.
Yeah. That's your litmus test.
Yeah.
I love that. Not even tired. Cut to passed out. This is the first scene, because it was part of that reveal trailer. It's the first scene that I ever saw put together fully, and I was just absolutely blown away how good it looked. It was the first time I'd actually seen, real flesh and bone put on Joel and Ellie.
And the yawn we added after the fact.
I remember that.
Because we were like, she doesn't have a yawn. She should have a yawn when she wakes up. And then you were yawning on the set, and we're all yawning because it was contagious.
I know, just watching that, I just yawned. I tried to be quiet about it.
I love that this moment of silence and kind of peacefulness is broken up by this.
Joel knows this trick. He knows it because he's done this before.
Right. Poor John Bentley. And I love, again, how that music is playing not as a score, but coming from the car. It's just great.
I believe that was Ruben that we hit and
Yeah,
had
that
him
was Ruben.
fly off the truck like that. This was also the first really dramatic scene we shot. and it became kind of the touchstone for how the character should look when they're
I feel sick.
really pushed.
It's so interesting when she's, you know, again, it's this moment of vulnerability when she says, I feel sick, and Joel's, again, being very didactic and pushing her away. She stands up for herself. This is the first time she stood up for herself.
How about, hey, Ellie, I know it wasn't easy, but it was either him or me.
And I love that line, you know, it's either him or me. Come back to that.
And he can't do it. He can't admit that she saved his life.
Lead the way.
So this is, in the story, the first time Joel really is trusting Ellie and seeing her as pretty much an equal to him. He has to rely on her to survive in this world.
This is one of the first cinematics that we saw too, and we just, it's still one of our favorites. We keep coming back to it and laughing, because I love this exchange between the two of them.
What about me?
You stay here.
This is so stupid. We'd have more of a fucking chance if you let me out.
I am. You seem to know your way around a gun. You reckon you can handle that?
Well, I sort of shot a rifle before.
He's like, shit, rats, that's it? Fuck.
I love that line. Oh, shit, here's what we gotta work with.
We usually avoid these kind of cameras that rotate around something that are trying to do too much, but it felt like this moment kind of needed it.
Yeah, I love
it's a weird parent-kid moment.
Yeah.
But he's teaching her how to shoot to kill.
Get another round in there quick. Listen to me. If I get into trouble,
There's a really nice, when I watch like Ellie's performance, this balance between she's trying to be a hard ass, but you could see in her eyes she's kind of terrified of the situation.
Yeah.
But even in this, there's almost a little bit of excitement there too. Either whether it's about the reality of her killing isn't real, or if it's just, I have an opportunity to make Joel proud.
Opening up. Opening up.
You're welcome.
Such an interesting look on your face here. 'Cause it's almost like I did good, but then you feel horrified by it. So interesting.
It's like, even though Ellie's used to killing, used to seeing this stuff in this world, it was still important to show this is having an effect on her.
Right.
And you're going to see that kind of carry throughout the game.
Well, it also kind of carries over into this moment as well, too, because I realized what I just put her through. I love the way that, you know, I took that away from her. It's like almost gingerly. It's like, give me that.
It's like, he can't really compliment it because...
Right. You did good. Yeah, there's no pat on the back. Yeah. But then I turn around and I give her this, and it's like you said, there's a sadness to it.
Yeah, it's sad that in this world, these are the things that you have to bond over. Like, here's your gun.
And that's the reward.
Yeah.
That knot of understanding is great.
Brandon and Najee.
There you go.
Yep.
Brandon, I think, had the hardest audition of anyone.
Yeah, no kidding.
Because I literally almost took off his head. Not in this scene, not punching him. That fortunately was done by Ruben Langdon, who can punch way better than I can.
Leave him alone.
And Najee, too, when he came in red for Sam, that had that...
It's all right. They're not the bad guys.
Just this kid that's kind of terrified to live in this world.
Yeah.
Man, you hit hard.
Yeah, well, I was trying to kill you.
And these two characters are really showing... They're kind of a mirror of Joel and Ellie's relationship. And it's another warning for Joel, like this whole arc for Henry and Sam. Of what's going to happen if you stick with this girl? You're going to go through what these two characters are going to eventually end up.
I do like that Sam is a character that seems genuinely scared, because a lot of the other characters can kind of be a little badassy.
Right.
And he's young and he's scared. I love that.
To me, he also comes across very sullen. Like there's like just a little glimmer of hope and joy, but it's almost like any time there is a moment of that, then Henry kind of takes that away from him.
It also gives Ellie an opportunity to play a mentor of sorts for him.
Yeah.
Be safer if we chat there. Welcome to my office.
Greetings. Gio, what has been going on with your mic lately? Your mic has been buzzing lately. It's been doing that like since yesterday.
Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job.
Hello?
Sarah. Honey, I... need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello? What was that all about?
Poopity scoop. Scoop diddy whoop.
Daddy?
Poop de scoop de poop. Poop de scoop doody whoop. Poop. Poop. Poopity whoop. Poopity scoop.
What was that? There's his phone. 8 missed calls. Where the hell are you? Call me on my way.
Took her to my penthouse and I freaked it.
There you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
It's still buzzing.
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers. Something ain't right with them. I think they're sick.
What kind of sick?
Jimmy!
Dad?
Honey, come here. Come here. Jimmy! Jimmy, stay back! Jimmy, I am warning you. No!
You shot him?
Sarah.
I saw him this morning.
Listen to me. There is something bad going on. And we have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on. Come on.
Where the hell you been? You have any idea what's going on out there?
I got some notion.
Holy shit. You got blood all over you.
It ain't mine. Let's just get out of here.
They're saying half the people in the city lost their minds.
Can we just please go?
Some sort of parasite or something. You gonna tell me what happened?
Later.
Hey, Sarah. How you holding up, honey?
I'm fine. Can we hear us on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
No cell phone. No radio. Yeah, we're doing great. A minute ago, newsman wouldn't shut up.
They say where to go?
They said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway. No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out. Take 71.
71, that's where I'm at.
Did they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. Found this one family all mangled inside their
Tommy.
house. Right. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they were saying it's just the south. Now they're going on about the east coast, the west coast. Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. I hope that sumbitch made it out.
I'm sure he did.
Are we sick?
No, of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine, trust me.
All right.
Let's see what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Hey!
Keep driving, Tommy.
Stop!
You see what I see. Someone else will come along.
We should have helped.
This is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
We could just backtrack and...
What the fuck, man? Let's go!
Tommy!
Holy shit! What just happened?
What the fuck just happened? Did you see that? Yes, I saw it. God damn. Turn here, turn here. No. Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here. I'm trying.
Oh no.
You can't stop here, Tommy. I can't fucking drive through them, Joel! Back up there! They're behind me, too! There! Hold on! Go!
Daddy? Hey!
Get back. I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come on, give me your hand. What is it?
My leg hurts.
How bad?
Pretty bad.
We're gonna need to run. Keep us safe. Come on, baby. Now hold on tight.
Daddy, I'm scared. Oh no.
Watch out!
Oh my!
Keep running!
Those people are on fire.
Don't look, Sarah.
Why are they doing that?
We're gonna get out of this. I promise. Get back! There's too many of them! This way! Through the alley! Go! He's dead! God damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. They're getting through the fence! Keep going! Find your way out of here! Come on! Go! Move it! Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun him!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there! Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
He's gonna be fine. We're almost there.
They're getting closer. Dad?
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians on the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But...
What's up, Todd?
We've just been through hell.
Was that his name? Yeah.
Just need... Please don't.
Oh, I'm replaying
no.
this, by the way.
Sarah.
I'm trying to see what this new
Move
Game
your
Plus
hand,
is all about. It probably just
I know,
allows you
baby, I
to
know.
do some extra stuff.
Listen,
How is
I know
it?
this hurts.
How is it harder?
You'll be okay, baby. Stay with me.
You can't do new game. You can't do.
I know, baby. I know it hurts.
So there's a regular new
Come on,
game.
baby, please. I know,
and
baby.
you can choose
I know.
whatever difficulty, but then there's new game plus, and you can only choose the difficulty of what
Sarah.
you did.
Baby.
So I don't think it would be harder.
Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on.
No, I'm not. Okay, Google.
No.
Okay, Google.
Please, don't.
Okay, Google. What's the difference between New Game Plus and The Last of Us?
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
There are hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets.
Panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under
You
martial
start
law.
off
All
where you were
residents are
left
required to
off
report to their
in
designated
the previous
forest. Riots
game.
have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
You can still rise with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the Fireflies.
What am I hearing right now? Is he autistic or little kid?
The checkpoint's still open.
Only got a few hours left until curfew.
Well, we better hurry up then.
I think I was supposed to load this game. Crap. Let's load this one. Oh, I'm an idiot. I was supposed to do that. I was supposed to continue from my previous game, not make a new one. Oh, I'm so stupid. Now I have to go through that entire beginning cutscene again. Dang, that's so mean.
Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job.
God damn it, Jill, your mic is triggering me. It's better than yours.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
Photo mode?
What was that all about?
What is photo mode all about? Whoa! Orbit? I don't need to offset. So, oh, dang it, so... Alright, I'm done.
Oh, dang it. I forgot to give this to him.
Alright, you can put it down now. You know, I'm just gonna skip all this stuff. I'm not even gonna go into all the rooms. But I do want to see the explosion because I missed it the first time. Sí, señor. Yo soy de rancho.
You in here?
Seem to be somehow connected to the nationwide
Where the heck are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show signs of increased aggression and...
Move everybody out of here now. There's a gas leak. Hey,
there seems to be some commotion coming from...
Get the hell out of here, bro!
What was that?
Holy crap.
Dad?
Papa
Dad?
Chulo.
What is going on?
Yeah, I just... Where's the dog?
There's his phone.
Good to know. I want to see what's up with this dog. Where's the dog?
Eight missed calls. Where the hell are you? Call me on my way.
Homie's dead. Hello? Anybody there?
There you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
I was just gonna sit here.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers. Something ain't right with them. I think they're sick.
What kind of sick?
There he is.
Jesus. Jimmy!
Dad?
Honey, come here. Come here. Jimmy! Jimmy, I am warning you. Don't!
Why isn't this a cutscene that I can skip?
You shot him.
Sarah.
I saw him this morning.
Listen to me. There is something bad going on. And we have got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on. Come on.
Where the hell you been? You have any idea what's going on out there?
I got some notion.
Holy shit. You got blood all over you.
It ain't mine. Let's just get out of here.
The Jeep is the best vehicle in the world.
Can we just please go?
Or a parasite or something. You gonna tell me what happened?
Later.
Hey, Sarah. How you holding up, honey?
I'm fine. Can we hear us on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
No cell phone. No radio. Yeah, we're doing great. A minute ago, newsman wouldn't shut up.
He said where to go?
He said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway. No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out. Take 71.
71, that's where I'm headed.
They say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. Found this one family all mangled inside their
Tommy.
house. Right. I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they were saying it's just the south. Now they're going on about the east coast, the west coast. Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. Hope that sunfish made it out. They sure did.
Were we sick?
No, of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine.
Alright.
Let's see what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
I got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
No!
See what I see. Someone else will come along.
Should have.
Oh no, it's the
This is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
We good? Just backtracking.
What the fuck, man? Let's go!
Tommy! Tommy!
Holy shit! What just happened?
What the fuck just happened? Did you see that?
Yes, I saw it.
God damn.
Turn here, turn here.
No. Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
We can't stop here,
I
Tommy.
can't fucking drive through them,
Then
Joel!
back up then!
They're behind me, too!
There! Hold on! Go!
Daddy? Hey!
Get back, man. Get back.
Oh crap. We're gonna die here.
Dad?
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come, give me your hand. What is it?
My leg hurts.
Okay.
It's bad.
We're gonna need to run.
Keep us safe. Come on, baby. Now hold on tight.
Oh my God!
Daddy, I'm scared.
Joel, watch out!
Keep your eyes closed, honey.
Oh, it's a zombie. Maybe Tom.
Keep running!
Those people are on fire.
Don't look, Sarah.
Why are they doing that?
Keep looking at me, baby.
Over there!
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
Get back! There's too many of them! This way! Through the alley!
Go.
Go! He's dead! God damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. They're getting through the fence!
Are they?
Keep going! Find your way out of here!
Oh, they are. Holy crap.
Come on! Go! Move it! Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun him!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there! Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him!
He's gonna be fine. We're almost there.
They're getting closer. Dad?
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians on the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But...
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
So we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Shit. Please don't.
Oh no.
Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know. Listen to me, I know this hurts. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. 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 No.
This scene still makes me cry.
Please.
I get heavy feels. I have played this. This is my second time. I'm playing on New Games Plus.
The number of confirmed deaths has passed 200.
The checkpoint's still open.
Only got a few hours left until curfew.
Well, we better hurry up then.
Wait, are you serious?
I got served the damn papers this morning. I've been selected for outside work duty.
Oh, that's such crap. Soldiers are supposed to handle the outside.
I'll make sure to tell them that.
Attention. Citizens are required to carry a firearm at all times. Compliance with all city personnel is mandatory.
Look at that. Ration line hasn't opened yet. It must be running low again.
Go. Down on the ground. Okay, Jesus. Get down. Hands on your...
What the hell's wrong with you?
What's
Beat it,
wrong
pal.
with you?
Seems like more people are getting
Oh,
infected.
okay.
That just means more people are sneaking.
happens if I try and go through there? Oh, never mind.
They fucking lynched him.
The entire squad?
Yeah.
I
Way I
gotta
heard it, they line him up in the
They
street.
shouldn't give us any static up there.
Drive on through.
See you, Robert. What's your business here?
Got the day off. Visiting a friend.
All right, we'll run through.
Thanks.
Get out of here! Close it off! Firefly!
Come on, get out of here. Let's go, come on. Looks like the coast is clear.
Attention.
Come on.
Checkpoint 5 is now closed until further notice. All civilians must clear the surrounding area immediately.
So much for the easy route. Patch yourself up, all right?
I have to use it.
They're gonna close all the checkpoints. We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Cute.
Hey, Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols. And where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene? What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
You think she'd tell me?
Well, what did you tell her?
The truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
This is us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been quiet. No signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear. Joel, give me a hand with this.
Y'all take it easy out there.
God, this place reeks. I need to watch what I throw away down here. Let there be light. Let's grab our gear. Our backpacks are still here from last time.
Not a lot of ammo.
Make the shots count. All right, Texas. Boost me up. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
Door.
Got it.
Be careful.
When am I not?
That a trick question?
You want the... Do you want the yellow strings? If it's not craft, it's crap.
Ain't been out here in a while.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
You got your ways. Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere. Got it.
Great, bring it over.
This game is so replayable, I'll be honest.
First.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
It's all relative.
This way. Down through here. You think Robert's still got our guns?
For his sake, he better.
Look, once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload.
Well, speaking of merchandise, when's that next shipment due?
Well, we're meeting Bill next month. More pills, lots of ammo. Supposedly. Hold up. Spores.
Where the hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
They're coming out of something. Stay alert.
There's our culprit.
Body's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
I should be able to fit through here.
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. This way. Easy. Watch it, watch it.
Help me. My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn. Please.
What do you want to do? Poor bastard.
So there's nothing in this room. E.
Up ahead. You hear that? Shh. How you want to handle it?
Oh my god. Guys.
Why don't you ask Bill to get you some of them air fresheners?
What the hell? These zombies literally glitch me into a... I'm stuck. I can't get out. Oh my god.
Through here. Cover the entrance.
I got it.
Damn it. Plank fell down. Here, pass it to me.
It's a bit heavy.
I think I can handle it.
All right. Make sure there ain't any soldiers around.
It's clear. Come on. Shut it. Hey, little man. Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
You know he's expecting us.
Well, that'll make it more interesting. Good to go. Come on.
Hey, Tess, hey, Tess. Hey, pretty lady, how you doing today? I heard you
Not
got
right
some
now,
record.
Terrence.
No, it's good. Look,
Not Now, you hear me?
Okay. You can do that. You get all happy puppy about it.
You touch it, you buy it.
There's nothing to buy.
It's been a while. You don't visit us anymore.
Who the hell's that?
None of your damn business.
Where do you think you're going?
Malik, sit back down.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead. Who's that?
An old headache. Don't ask. I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf. He's there now.
Here we go.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you. Get the angle on them. Nicely done, Texas.
You too. How the hell did he get all these guys?
If Robert's good at one thing, it's writing blank checks.
Well,
Not going through here. There you go. More of Robert's guys.
How do you know they're coming? Two of our guys died trying to take Tess out. I guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus. We shouldn't have taken this job.
Not our call. Let's spread
There's
out
a
and make
call,
sure no one's
Texas.
creeping around in here.
I meant to tell you, he's down on Georgia Street. All these soldiers showed up with a group of all in handcuffs.
You take one out, I'll take the other.
High five. Yep. Lined them up against the wall. Bang, bang, bang. Just executed all of them. Holy shit. Yeah, I hear it's like that all over the city. They're cracking down on
There's another one. Over there. Search the area.
Consolidated the crates in the south warehouse. Supplies are locked up.
Good. Do another once-over and then head out. Getting close to curfew.
What about Robert? Who's he holing up with tonight? Too paranoid to stay here by himself.
Fuck if I know. We'll check in with the others and come up with something.
Okay.
Cool, man.
You hear something?
Yeah, what the hell was that? What was that? Tourist!
You are good for something.
Fuck!
Ooh, I just smashed his head on the corner of the table.
We should have brought more people.
They just slow us down.
Yeah, you're right. The docks are this way. Let's do this.
Bum, 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 bum.
There's our boy.
That counts as healing.
That cocky son of a bitch.
Let's go wrap this up.
Just means you're trash. I already tried.
Let's be smart about this.
contacts in the north? Or contacts in the south? Shit, I don't know who's left out there to sell us.
What the hell was that? Watch yourself. You see that? Come on out.
Takedown.
Oh, shit!
What? Okay.
Look, we can work something out, right? Let him go!
That office. Robert must have run in there. Let's go.
Back! Get the fuck back!
You just want to talk, Robert.
We got fucking nothing to talk about!
Put your gun down!
Go fuck yourself!
He's running!
Robert!
Joel, this way! Come on, he ran in here. We almost got him. Joel, this way. Joel. Now. You want the seal? We gotta move.
Oh no, we gotta go.
Through here. I know a way around this. Come on.
Is that your people?
What's left of them? Why do you think I'm turning to you guys? This way.
So why now?
We've been quiet. They've been planning on leaving the city, but they need a scapegoat. They've been trying to rile us up. Joel, give me a hand with this.
Hey, how you holding up?
I'll live. Hold up. Soldiers. That's the way out. The door into the bridge.
I ain't a big fan of these odds.
We can sneak by them, even though I know that's not your style.
We'll see how it goes. Let's get moving.
We need to get to that door. I'll get this one. Go around and get the other.
Oh, whatever.
Good. Stay quiet.
I like watching you work.
Okay. Watch yourselves. They're out in numbers today.
Hey, I heard something! Let's take a look.
Keep it up.
It's good to have you around.
Nothing over here.
Go on, outside.
Where are we going, Marlene?
This way. It's not far now.
How you holding up?
I'm running on fumes. I'll make it.
What is that sound? What's that sound? What was that?
The place is right up ahead.
Attention. Curfew is now in full effect. Anyone caught outside without proper authorization will be arrested and prosecuted.
The hell are we smuggling?
I'll show you.
Yeah, you never showed us, ever. Oh wait, no, wait. Oh wait, no, I thought you were talking about the guns. Never mind.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Whoa. Come on now. Get on up.
The fuck away from her!
Hey! Let her go.
You're recruiting kind of young, aren't you?
She's not one of mine.
Oh, shit. What happened?
Don't worry, this is fixable. I got his help. But I can't come with you.
Well, then I'm staying.
Ellie, we won't get another shot at this.
Hey, we're smuggling her?
There's a crew of Fireflies that'll meet you at the Capitol building.
That's not exactly close.
You're capable. You hand her off, come back, the weapons are yours. Double what Robert sold me.
Speaking of which, where are they?
Back in our camp.
We're not smuggling shit until I see them.
You'll follow me. You can verify the weapons. I can get patched up. But she's not crossing to that part of town. I want Joel to watch over her.
Whoa, I don't think that's
Bullshit,
the
I'm not
best
going
idea.
with him. How do you know them?
I was close with his brother Tommy. Said if I was ever in a jam, I could rely on him.
Was that before or after he left your little militia group?
He left you too. He was a good man.
Look, just take her to the North Tunnel and wait for me there.
Jesus Christ.
Just cargo, Joel.
No more talking. You'll be fine. Now go with him.
Don't take long. And you, stay close. Let's go.
Hey, looking good. Wearing the same shirt. And you're wearing the goddamn jack goggles. Bonuses on. Let me see if there's anything more I can put on her. Jumpsuit, that looks awesome. That sounds awesome. Angel knives. What is angel knives? Oh, that character that they made up. Hold on, I want to see your book bag. Stop turning around. Nothing special.
Whoa. I heard all the shooting, but... what happened?
Fireflies. Same thing's gonna happen to us if we don't get on the street. Down here. Keep up.
Where are we going?
Up there. That'll get us to the North Tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
Yep,
Like illegal things?
sometimes.
You ever smuggle a kid before?
No, that's a first. What's the deal with you and Marlene anyways?
I don't know. She's my friend, I guess.
Your friend, huh? You're friends with the leader of the Fireflies. What are you, like, 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking after me. And I'm 14. Not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
Where are anyone's parents? They've been gone a long, long time.
So instead of just staying in school, you decide to run off and join the Fireflies, is that it?
Look, I'm not supposed to tell you why you're smuggling me, if that's what you're getting at.
You don't know the best thing about my job. I don't gotta know why. To be honest with you, I give two shits what you're up to.
Well, great.
Good. Is it?
For the one person that's watching, I am leaving.
What are you doing?
So they put Destiny for no, they put Call of Duty for free. I'm sorry, Gio, but that mic is just